Hey David, nice to see you again, but you look a little bit still. Oh, yeah, now there's some movement. Let's go.
What's up?
What's up, man? Glad to see you. Um,
Yeah, same to you. How was your Christmas?
it was nice. I was actually working, and I know you were working as well. You went out to a property on Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve, I went to go solve, be a solution seller. Yeah, we went. This lady, her husband passed away. She's been behind on payments, and I was worried because she had her sister and brother-in-law there at the house, which when you have other people's opinions, you know what I mean? They get a
Multiple
little bit.
decision makers. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it was funny because I just like told them, hey, why haven't you listed it with an agent? Like, what are your problems? I let them tell me why they should let me buy it. And then I just told them, okay, so I'm gonna repeat what you've told me. You need to sell quick. You haven't had good experience with agents, this. Aside from the price, is there anything you keeping from selling it to me? And they were like, no. I'm like, okay, well, price is the easy part. Let's get that done. What do you owe? What do you need? I hate asking people how much money do you want for the house. I like asking them how much do you need to walk away with, like in your pocket. We're gonna pay off your mortgage. So she was like, oh, I mean, if I can have 100,000 to put down, and I was all like, wait, you owe 133, that's 203, that's under the 240 that we're planning. That was like, if we could get it at 240, we're golden because we should be able to sell it around the 380, 390 price range. So we have about 120 before repairs and lending to flip this house. So our projected on this one is about 80 grand that we could profit on this first one.
Love it.
So
And wow, and how long you been working with us? So you've been working with us, like we had the ads live for like 10 days, I think, so far.
yeah, 10 days, about 10 days, 2 weeks.
We're 10 days in and you guys are already got a deal that's like worth 80K.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Jeez.
it's a good, yeah, it was a good one. I mean, and that's what was really nice is it was just I've been doing this already, negotiating and doing deals. So that for me, I'm like, that's not the challenging part. I'm not worried about too many leads. My concern is just more opportunities coming in so we can do what we know what we need to do with it, right?
Right. Can I ask, like, what was the situation before, like, you joined us, like, before you spoke with Chris initially? Because you were looking for more leads, of course. So, like, what was the situation? Like, were you getting to a standstill with leads, or what exactly was going on before joining us?
Yeah, I mean, the majority of my leads were just warm contact leads, right? Someone would call me, "Hey, Dave, I have a property. I need a joint venture partner, or I know you have some money. Do you want to be a lien holder? You know, like a second position lien holder on the house." So I was doing real estate like that. And then if it was something I came across or from someone in our investment community, that's where I was doing all my deals was that way. It just wasn't enough. I was all like, man, I need to take this to the next level. My partner Noah that joined me, he brought the deal in Idaho that will make 80K. We're done with it. It's listed now. We just need to sell it, but we haven't received an offer that we're comfortable yet. But he brought that deal and he wholesales. That's all he did was wholesale. So I told him, like, dude, instead of wholesaling and making 10 grand, will you delay your gratification, bring it to me, and then I'll make you 50% equity partner. So he should make about 40 grand on that deal himself. So that's why I was all like, okay. And so we decided to partner up and just work together because I mean, alone you can only do so much, but when you get systems and partners and stuff like that, dude, it's amazing what you can do.
Right.
So yeah.
So yeah, like you and Noah, you guys are like inseparable. Like every time I speak with you, Noah, he's always like somewhere in the vicinity. Like he's always
Yeah,
close
he's not here today.
by. Oh, not today? Oh.
The punk is skiing. He's up on the mountain. We got hit with like up in the canyon 2 feet of snow. So I'm still working a cold off. I've been sick for the past week. So so yeah, I've just been chilling at home, relaxing, going to the gym, steam room.
Can we talk about that? Like, David, you're sick and you're out here going to the gym, you're doing your workouts, and you're also hopping on calls, you're closing deals, all while being sick.
That's that's the beauty about this line of work is I can be sick or feeling good or on vacation and I can still make money. So so nice. I love it. Yeah.
Okay, we talk about like the mindset that you had when I first hopped on the phone with you. You just told me you're looking to go 100% in. Like you're ready to go all in. You've spoken with a bunch of companies out there and you kept like comparing all the companies to what we do. And you just decided, hey, of course you went to an event and you just decided like, hey, I want to go all in with this.
Right.
Can you talk about like what brought you to that point of wanting to, and having that like that amount of confidence with us without even having, been working with us before?
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of it, like you said, it's mindset. I think too many people worry about cost. They look at things in a cost way. What is it going to cost me? What is marketing going to cost me? What is it going to cost if I bring a partner on? What is it going to cost me if I pay for these investment classes? Like the marketing I do are for real estate investing courses, right? That's like second to the investments, right? Attraction marketing. You go be successful in real estate. People are asking, dude, how are you doing that? And then I have like a way for them to learn how to do it, right? I'm not having to hold their hand. So, but everybody worries about cost. So that's what I try to help people understand is if you're wrong right here, it's not going to be anywhere good in your action. So for me, it wasn't hard to know to invest in myself because that the 6 inches between your ears is the best investment you can ever make, right? So in our classes, we just learned about processes, right? Like, hey, the most successful Henry Ford, he went bankrupt because he didn't have enough, like a good process to make vehicles. Once he learned, the process of how they make vehicles, then he became the largest, the largest car manufacturer in the world. So for me, I'm like, I already had that in me where I just had to find where am I going to get the best ROI on money I'm putting in. I had no problem investing the money in. I just wanted to make sure it was going to be in a place that's willing to grow at the same time with us, understand what we're wanting to do, and really give us a result, right? That's why I was all like doing this. I mean, yeah, you have to have some money to start, right? There needs to be something to be able to start up to do it. But I just have it in my mind already that I look at things as what is it going to make me, not what is it going to cost me. So,
yeah, that's a huge mindset shift right there. And that's like I've spoken with some people that are kind of in a financially tight situation. And the first thing they're thinking is, how much is that going to cost me? Like, that's the first thing they ask on the call sometimes.
Yeah.
They don't even know what it is. And so that's huge right there. Like just having that mindset that you need to think about how much can you actually benefit from it as opposed to how much is this going to cost me?
Yeah. So our partnership, Noah and I have a goal of 200,000 that we want to make in this first year, joint, and then over 100,000 each. And I think, I mean, just in these last 2 deals, this lead, I mean, if we do everything right, flip it and get at the right price between this one and the one in Idaho that we had before we started with you guys, we'll be at 100 grand already with those 2 deals themselves. So, and we are not even in January yet. Or yeah, we are. Wow. We're not even in January yet.
Nope.
and we're already like, yeah. So yeah, so it's good. And it was good having Noah. Noah was super. I mean, he's the one that actually learned about you guys. No. Yes, he learned about you guys, and he's like, hey, dude, you got to check out this guy. They're actually on, I can't remember which podcast because he listens to a lot of
Steve Train's podcast.
Yeah, Steve Train. I need to write that down because I always forget Steve Train. But excuse me, sorry. But yeah, he's Steve Train. So he just like listens a lot to that, and he actually sent me a podcast. It was on Bigger Pockets. They brought in a social media marketing company. They talked about different leads, ad clicks, and as we were listening to that, I was checking off holy shit, these guys they have us on track with what they're saying you should be looking for, the type of leads that should be coming in, the way they should be vetted before they come to you. He's like, for investors, they realize that time is money. So when someone else is helping you with time, that is a huge investment, and you should invest. If they're not just, oh, here are these leads, but you vet them, you figure it out, you put them in your own CRM. So as we were going through it, we were like, holy crap, like these are the right people, right? That we can do it. So at that point, we just felt confident, and we did our due diligence too, right? We interviewed, because it was interviewing other marketing companies, and it wasn't as fluid, super clunky. They couldn't give us straight up answers, right? They were like, oh, well, we can do Instagram eventually. Oh, but we haven't done that yet. And I'm like, I don't want to be a test dummy, right? I'm not paying you to like figure it out. Like, I need to know you guys are doing it and producing. And obviously you guys do social media marketing. So you're marketing on your own companies very well with, testimonials from people. Cause I mean, actions speak louder than words, right? So when you can see other people that they're telling you what they've been able to achieve, that's huge. That's a huge motivator for people to be able to do something. So you guys are doing it right. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
obviously the lead came in, and we're capitalizing on it, and we're seeing that it's legit, it's real. We're getting real leads coming in. I just hope this white unicorn, we see a lot more of them, right? They're not just like, we do one and in 5 months we don't get anything else come through. So
right. So usually the first one is definitely the slowest in terms of the lead flow. But like you said, like in the second day, I think it was the second day of having the ads live, that's when you got your first distress seller, correct?
yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Right. And since then, like just like the whole process, because you learned about us through the podcast, Noah told you about us. But like actually getting started with us and actually getting set up, having the whole system built out, all the automations in place, the communication, like how's the whole onboarding been? Like, what's it like actually working with us? Do you feel like you made the right decision, or where are you at?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I definitely feel like it's the right decision. Just like everything else, there's a learning curve, right? Like trying to figure out how to do stuff. I've ran CRM I've done sales for 12 years, so I understand Salesforce. Your guys' system's easy compared to Salesforce, so I like it.
Yeah. All right. So David, I know you're a super busy guy. You've been closing contracts, so I don't want to hold up too much of your time. But do you have like any advice to someone who's like on the fence, like someone who's thinking, is this a scam? It's like, I'm really gonna be able to make my money back. Is this legit? Is this something that you recommend for people to invest into?
Oh, definitely. That's all I do is explain to people, the best investment you can make is in yourself and in your business, right? And that's what this is. This is, everybody wants to invest in real estate, but they're too afraid to invest in themselves. So it's kind of like, how can you go into wanting to be an investor if you can't even invest in your business, right? Like it's backwards thinking, right? This should be the beginning, so that way then you have that down so you can go do other investments. So I think 100% think it's a good decision. It pays off, and it's cool seeing a lead come through, getting it under contract, right? Once we get payday,
Sure.
that's a better day when we can be like, okay, we did, here's the money from what we, put into it. But yeah, it takes time. I think this was a very white unicorn deal, the very first one that came in, we was on. But I can definitely see it. I can see the ads. I would definitely refer you guys to other people. So
Cool. Yeah, we actually have a referral program as well, where it's like for every single referral that you do, for every month that they stay on, we pay you $200 a month.
Yeah, so I have 3 people right now that have asked me who I'm using. So Devin Hubbard, he's in our real estate investment group. Jared Bretchley, he was a wholesaler, but he did all cold calling, but he was an animal with what he does. And then he went to arbitrage short-term rentals. So now he's buying rental properties and doing them as Airbnbs. So he went away from wholesaling, but yeah, there's a lot of, there's people that have been asking me, reaching out, dude, how are you using this? We're seeing your ad. Are you generating? I just got one today from a guy saying, "Hey dude, I saw your link that you shared." He's like, is this you doing it yourself or did you hire someone? So there's definitely people asking as well, right?
Cool.
But
So what you can do is like you can create like a group chats with like me and the other person on Facebook. And then what I'll do is I'll reach out to them, get to know what their situation is, and see if this is something that actually makes sense for their business.
yeah, definitely. Because our real estate, so it's Renatus. And I'll send you a link to like the actual education side of it. So you can see, so we are actually in every single state of Utah. And now we're in Mexico as well, because they did all the training is in Spanish as well now. So subtitled in Spanish. So it's an amazing program that teaches you everything: commercial, residential, rental, flipping, wholesaling. I mean, anything you could ever think of, taxes, setting up your business. I mean, literally, people that are in the group, in like our group, they need to learn some of this stuff, because a lot of people are so one-sided that they're like, oh, I have to wholesale, but they're missing out on other opportunities. Me, I'm like, let me just get a deal, and then I have 5 different ways of analyzing it and seeing what's going to be best. But we can wholesale it if we have to.
Right. Yeah. If it's a deal you don't want to deal with, wholesale it. Correct.
Yeah, I believe so.
Right. So now, last question before we end this call. What do you think like people need to do to get the most out of this kind of program, right? Because some people it's inbound, people that are booking, that are raising their hand, that want to speak with you. Some people get the wrong idea where they're like, oh, so I need to not work as hard. Like I need to just, they're just all the work is being done for me, so I can just relax. So what would your advice be to get the most out of this? Like what kind of skills do you need? Like what's your part of the work to actually make this work?
So the negotiation side is really big, you know what I mean? But more than anything else is call to action, right? Like I've been getting on my partner's ass. I'm like, dude, when the lead comes in, we have to jump on it. We're paying money for these leads. We cannot let them go by, right? I'm 24 hours on from one, no, not 24 hours, but 12 hours from the one last night. And I'm already like, dude, I need to call them. I mean, I already looked up on PropStream, the property, the value, what it's worth, what we could sell it for. So just be prepared, like know what to do. So that way, when you get into it, you know how to act. It's the whole paralysis by analysis, right? Like people are so, oh, well, I don't know what to do. So I would say, know what you're planning on doing with these leads before they even come in. Because if you don't know what to do with them, then you're just wasting money and people's time on generating leads that are not going to do anything for you, right? So definitely have like a good game plan. We have a business plan with what we're going to do with leads that they come in, with states. How are we going to offload them? But yeah, just act on the opportunities that come and have good negotiation skills. The one we closed on, I was going to go in with what we thought we could buy it for, and all the guys mentioned, and who did the training? Esteban. I asked, right, and they're like, no, never ever say what you're going to buy it for, right? Ask them what they need out of it. Let them, because the first person is the person that loses. The first person that says a price loses, right? So I was all like, all right, cool. Well, I'm going to go back into it how I did my other training of asking them, what do you need out of the house? Not even the sell price. And we ended up picking it up for less than I was planning on picking it up for. So, right. So negotiation, just having like do the trainings. The trainings are awesome. I like hearing different people in different markets, what they're doing, because if people are doing things right, R&D, rip off and duplicate, right? You don't have to try to figure it out yourself. Just learn, see what people are doing right, copy what they're doing and duplicate it. So
exactly. Yeah. So at the end of the day, like we've basically been putting everything together to make it as easy for you guys as possible to actually be able to close these inbound leads that are coming your way, right? Would you agree with that? Like from what you've seen so far, like, do you feel like we're basically holding your hand and making it as easy as possible?
you guys are definitely making it easy on your part, right? Because that was my hang up, were leads. I need leads. What to do with them? I feel good with what I can do, but it's just had leads coming in. But yeah, I definitely feel like it's made the process super easy, where a lot of it was driving for dollars, doing mailers, going to downtown. I mean, and we still do, right? We're still doing the other side of it because we want to make sure not everybody's on social media, right? So we want to make sure we're hitting untapped markets that other people are not focusing on as well. But yeah, no, we're excited though. We're excited to be 2 weeks into it, seeing results,
Yeah.
and we're looking forward to more leads, man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you guys are like up, signed up for the 12-month commitment. So there's a lot more
Yeah.
leads to come.
Well, and that's the other
We
thing.
just get started.
Yeah, I'm all about burning your ships, right? You land on the island, burn the ships. We're either gonna make it or we're gonna make it, right? I didn't leave the way out of, oh, if it doesn't work for 3 months. I'm like, no, it will work, and we are gonna commit to it, and we're gonna do it, right? There's no plan B. This is our plan A. So
Nice. Love it. Yeah, that is definitely the way, like when you have that mindset where you're actually joining this program to make it work instead of joining this program to find reasons that it doesn't work.
yeah, exactly.
That's a huge mindset shift, and you're going to look for ways to actually make it work, and you're going to have patience, you're going to be more understanding when you have that mindset as well.
Right.
Cool. Awesome. David, I'm super glad to have you on board. Like just the first, from the first time, like, it's kind of like a love at first sight, but like the first time I heard you on the phone, I was like, okay, this guy, we're having a great testimonial with this guy.
No, I'm happy to do a testimonial for you guys too. Like seriously, like if you guys want to do a fun video and do a testimonial, I'm more than happy to do that. Anything I can do to help you guys out, because I know you guys are helping me out. So
awesome. Love it. Glad to have you in the family. And I know you're a busy guy. You have 2 leads that need follow up, so I'm not going to hold you any longer. I want to make sure that you call these leads so we can make some more money for you. Okay.
Yep, for sure.
Awesome, man. Appreciate it. And we'll catch up. We'll stay in touch.
Okay. All right. Appreciate you too. We'll see you. Bye.
Awesome.